So if I had to tell you about a real life first aid situation, something that really sticks with me, it'd have to be an occasion that happened to me at my actual home back in 1996. I returned home from work, and when I returned home from work, my next door neighbour ran over to me very distressed, saying that he believed his brother was ODing on the front lawn. Straight away, I called my wife and asked her to grab me my gloves, my CPR mask, and asked her also to call 000. Went over to the actual individual, unconscious and non-responsive, laying on his back. As a result of this, going through my doctor's ABCD, of course always assessing for danger first, looking to see if there was an actual response, asking those questions that everybody knows. Can you hear me? Open your eyes, squeeze my hand, to see if there's any response from the individual. The next thing I'm looking for is to check to see if there is anything in the mouth. I took the head slowly, having a look in there. I didn't notice there was actually anything in there. We then checked for breathing with our look, listen and feel. I actually commenced doing CPR along with the 2 breaths required as part of that resuscitation. This is probably the 3rd indication where this had happened to me. And on this particular time, I made sure I actually had an actual mask that has a non-return valve. I typically won't go and do breaths if, for instance, someone is, I don't have a mask or a face shield just because of infection control. So I started doing my compressions at the rate of course 30 and 2. I was extremely fortunate in this instance. The ambulance had arrived within about 15 minutes. First thing they said to me was, "Are you okay to keep going?" They've hooked everything up. I've continued to do my CPR under the direction from the actual paramedic. Paramedic has run through, done the tests and everything they've had to do. My understanding is it is my next door neighbour's brother, and it was as a result of a possible overdose, which is what my neighbour had told me at the actual time when he actually ran first up to me. They then turned around and said to me, "We believe this person has passed. We will move them into the ambulance and follow the rest of our procedures from this position forward." If it's a lesson I learned to take from this is, someone will be there to assist you. Someone will always be there. You can always call 000. They will arrive. But you being there on site to provide that initial care can really make a difference in helping to try and save somebody's life. Now, in this instance, from what I was informed later, unfortunately, this particular individual did not make it. However, unfortunately for me, I've had to do this 7 times in real life situations. This is just one of those particular stories.